Armada Kickoff is brought to you by Community First Credit Union, Winn-Dixie, Baptist Health, Bowden Eye and Associates, Brumos Automotive, and Coastal Spine and Pain Center.
We welcome you in on the doorstep of history. Saturday is the day that the Armada will kick off their first ever NASL season. Kickoff of the opener 7:30 at Everbank Field. Coming up, we'll have a preview of the opening round opponent, FC Edmonton, and we'll look around the NASL as Week 1 approaches for the entire league.
We'll also introduce you to the newest member of the Armada roster, Akil Barrett, the Jamaican forward who was a second-round pick in the MLS draft this year. We'll also reveal who the Armada have elected as their team captains for the inaugural season.
But let's first start with a look back at the final preseason tune-up for the Armada this past Saturday against the side they'll face later in the month, the Tampa Bay Rowdies. One of the lessons that we're learning in this first season of the Armada is that preseason results mean even less than they do in the NFL, which is to say, if you have to look deeper than just the score, well, you really do need to find the real meaning. For instance, on Saturday, the Armada actually started their reserves against Tampa Bay. That meant things would have to be put in perspective. To Everbank Field we go. The Kraken was out. Nobody wants to sit with the Kraken? Got to get those guys from Section 904 to sit with the Kraken, make some friends. All right, 8th minute, Tampa Bay, a much taller side than the Armada with a corner kick, but Jordan Gaffa there to clear it away. A nice job there by the Armada defense. 13th minute now. Armada playing through the shadows as evening crept into Everbank Field. Nice passing here. Mauricio Ortiz feeds Jordan Gaffa, who threads one to Akil Barrett, and the former Tulsa Golden Hurricane unleashes one. Just doesn't curl for him off the left boot. Take another look. Barrett has been very active up front since signing with the Armada earlier in the month. 15th minute, another corner for Tampa. This was an area of concern going in, but the Armada handled it well again. We were scoreless until the 43rd minute. This isn't a corner, but it's about as close as you're going to get. Long throw, and here is trouble. Keith Savage would redirect it in, get it past David Sierra, give the Tampa a 1-0 lead. Take another look here. It's actually the header that sets up Savage from Stefan Antonijevic, who is 6'6", and he just towers over the Armada defense. See the little flick-on header there. That was really the key to give Tampa a 1-0 halftime lead. Armada subbed in most of the regular starters for the second half after sending the reserves in the first half. 55th minute, Matt Boehner on the overlap to 16-year-old trialist Chaim Rosary, who slots one for Lucas Scaglia, but Kamil Shantafalski is up to the challenge for the Rowdies. Take another look. Just a terrific through ball by Rosary. You can see why the Armada coaches think so highly of him. 3 minutes later, Tampa on the counterattack. Robert Hernandez coming down the wing, and watch this perfectly placed cross for Brian Shriver, the former Golden Boot winner for the Carolina Railhawks. Gets enough of it to get it past Miguel Gallardo to make it 2-0 Tampa Bay. That would mean the Armada would have to get aggressive. As you take another look at the goal, Gallardo got maybe 2 fingers on it, but just not quite enough. All right, 85th minute, and the Armada need to get something going here in a hurry. Some good connection here. Lucas Trejo here gets it to Keita. And watch this quick passing by the Armada. This is what they want to see. One touch there. Jaime Castrion, one touch. Then to Tyler Williams, one touch. Boehner, one touch on the cross. Tries to get it into the middle to Bochi Hoyos, but the last touch just isn't there. Tampa Bay holds on to the 2-0 victory. Now the Armada look forward to the regular season.
Saturday we have a game against Edmonton, so hopefully the score will be different. But I think that this week, coming up to the game, I think we're going to work on the things that we need to work on today, and hopefully it'll be a different result. But overall, I think we did good today. You know, it was a good collective effort, and hopefully it will be different Saturday.
Oh man, everybody is so excited to be here. Everybody is so excited to make history. You know, so I think it's going to be important to get the guys so pumped up, knowing that we have the city of Jacksonville behind us, and that's going to give us extra push so we can make sure that we win that game for everybody.
We're trying to encourage everybody to come out. It's very important for the city, for the club, for the league. And so I just invite everybody in the city to come and support this great team and make history together.
All right, take a look at some of the numbers in the 2-0 loss to Tampa Bay. Shots were even. This was a very defensive contest. Shots on goal were even as well. You see, just 3 corners for Tampa Bay. Really, it could be 4. That throw-in you saw that led to the goal was really problematic. Other than that, the Armada did a nice job defending against a much bigger side. Tampa, very physical, 17 fouls, but 4 yellow cards against the Armada as Jacksonville finishes the preseason with a record of 3-4.
Our most recent man of the match went to the youngest member of the Armada roster, midfielder Nico Zaldana. Zaldana was a part of the starting 11 in last week's final preseason matches against JU and the Tampa Bay Rowdies, not to mention he was chosen to wear the captain's armband for both matches. Despite being just 18 years old, Zaldana is a powerful youth player who has trained with some highly regarded academies in both Europe and the United States.
The designation of team captain is an honor for any player who receives it, especially when that recognition is voted on by his teammates. 4 players were chosen as captains by the Armada rank and file this week. Goalkeeper Miguel Gallardo, forwards Keita and Marcos Flores, and midfielder Jaime Castrillon will take turns wearing the captain's armband this season.
It's a great respect, because these guys, they know, I've been long time in the game. My responsibility is to give everything, especially to keep scoring, winning. And I like kind of responsibility, because I'm somebody I like to give everything and I like to win always, so my responsibility here as captain, as a player is, this is what I like, I like stress, especially in the football game. So it's a lot of responsibility, scoring goal, fighting, defending, doing everything to please everybody and please myself.
Creo que es algo especial que me da la oportunidad Dios de ser capitán, uno de los capitanes porque somos varios en este nuevo proyecto, en esta nueva historia que comenzamos a construir y la verdad que con la responsabilidad de todo, de llevar esto a lo más alto.
Is to lead example, lead in actions, in what to do, is to be always able to help and to encourage and mark our philosophy from now to a few years to come.
It's a sense of accomplishment. I honestly don't need to wear the captain band to feel like a leader. I'm a player that likes to help, and and I'm a player that likes to be helped as well. We're at the end of the day, we're all going to the same objective, and if I can, with my experience, I can help one of the younger guys. It's obviously a pleasure of mine. Obviously, just wearing the captain band is just a symbol. But there are many leaders on the team. There are many guys that care about the team, and we all help each other out.
And all these emotions are leading to one thing, the season opener tomorrow at Everbank Field against the Eddies of Edmonton. The Armada then has 2 away games at Fort Lauderdale and Tampa with a bye week in between. On May 2nd, the defending NASL champions, the San Antonio Scorpions, come to play the first match at Community First Park, followed by Indy 11 on May 9th. If you are active on social media, you probably saw part of the Set the Record Jacks campaign with the hashtag of the same name. It's all about the push to break the NASL attendance record Saturday at Everbank Field.
Yeah, the current record is 14,593 set last season in a match in Ottawa against the New York Cosmos. There's a chance for everyone to enjoy a big day on Saturday, including the Can Do Can Beer Craft Festival across the street from Metro Park starting at noon. That festival is highlighted by the band OAR. Armada season ticket owners get in free, and a ticket for both the festival and the match are available for $35 if you buy online at armadafc.com.
The last international signee for the Armada, forward Akil Barrett, comes from the Caribbean island of Jamaica. Barrett made his move over to the U.S. at a young age and was selected by Orlando City as the 25th overall pick in the MLS Super Draft. But for the past month, Barrett has been calling Jacksonville his new home.
I started off in the University of Akron, and then I transferred from the University of Akron to the University of Tulsa. And then I was drafted by the Orlando City. And then after I was drafted by the Orlando City, I came here to Jacksonville.
And so far in Jacksonville, Akil has made quite the impression, debuting as a starter in the last 2 preseason matches and scoring his first ever for the club against JU.
So far it has been good. I've liked all the players, the staff, the coaches, and everyone is helping each other, so I really like it here.
The team coming together is what really is motivating Akil, and he believes the Armada is ready now, more than ever, to start the season.
I think the team is ready. Everyone is working hard for each other. Just hopefully we can start off with a win.
A victory in the Armada's first ever NASL season match is something the whole roster, along with Akil, have been working towards, and hopefully it's in front of a record-setting crowd.
Yeah, Barrett has certainly made himself notice the past couple of matches. We'll be keeping an eye on him going forward. Coming up on Armada Kickoff, we give you a deeper preview of the season opener between the Armada and FC Edmonton.
And Bob Veal joins us in Bob's boot room to take a look at one example of a near-perfect minute of soccer the Armada played on Saturday. Stick around, we're just getting started here on Armada Kickoff.
It's not too late to get your 16-match season ticket for the 2015 Armada season. Get all the league home matches, and as a season ticket owner, you not only get the best price on tickets, but also some exclusive opportunities, including the chance to meet players and coaches and other behind-the-scenes experiences. Tickets start at just $10 per match. Call 844-2-ARMADA or online at armadafc.com. This weekend is the opening of the NASL regular season for 10 of the 11 clubs. Minnesota has a first week bye. Of course, our focus is on the NASL launch of the Armada against FC Edmonton Saturday night at 7:30.
Last season, Edmonton finished just 3 points from the postseason. They play a physical brand of soccer, so this matchup offers a contrast of styles with the speed of the Armada against the muscle of Edmonton. The Eddies are coached by former Scottish Premier League and Canadian national team member Colin Miller.
Well, what an exciting time, first of all, for Jacksonville Armada. The job that Mr. Frisch and his team and Steve Livingston and their team have done here is fantastic, and probably raised the bar for so many franchises in the North American Soccer League. I think it's wonderful what they've achieved in a very short period of time. But again, I'm saying that as nicely as I can and as sporting as I can, because it'll all be hats and balloons and there'll be fireworks going off, I'm sure, and all sorts of things going on Saturday. But we're here to spoil the party. We are very well prepared. We're, like the Armada, desperate to get our first game going.
In addition to the Armada versus FC Edmonton, the slate of matches begin at 1 p.m. on Saturday around the NASL. In Carolina, the Railhawks host Ottawa. Carolina finished last season just 2 points out of the postseason, while Ottawa signed one of the most decorated players in Canadian history, 34-year-old Julian de Guzman. Then in the evening, the Atlanta Silverbacks host the Indy 11. Those two clubs finished 4 points apart at the bottom of the table last season. Fort Lauderdale hosts the New York Cosmos. The Strikers hoping to build on last season's success. They were the runners-up in the league. New York is not only riding Raul this offseason, but the recently signed 17-year-old Haji Wright, a guy who's been called the next big thing. And the final match Saturday finds the defending champion San Antonio Scorpions hosting the Tampa Bay Rowdies as San Antonio tries to keep the string alive and go back-to-back in the NASL this season. And that's a look at kickoff weekend in the North American Soccer League.
Now let's head to Bob's Boot Room, presented by Nike. Christy, Bob, take it away.
Thanks, Cole. Bob, the Armada FC had a really big, significant play against the Rowdies last Saturday. Take us through that.
Yeah, the coaches must have been really pleased with the way that our reserve 11, who went on first for the first half, played. And they tried to play this possession soccer, which we've been talking about all season, holding the ball. And there was one particular clip where they did that really well. So let's have a look at that.
Yeah, let's take a look at it.
And stop it. There was, here is where we win the ball. And then it gets played across field. And there's one particular tackle where you'll see us win a crucial ball. It's freeze. Right, just as that tackle was taking place there, I think that was Joseph Toby. And that ball was a pretty bad ball from us in that sequence, but he was determined he would win that ball. And as a consequence, won the ball, and you watch this. One pass after he won that. Altogether, it was 14 from the start.
Tommy Krasanovic.
And a second one. And then they play it about down that side. And what they're trying to do is stop there. They're trying to, see where they've got the defense now? They're drawing across the white shirts towards them to close them down. And they want to draw them and draw them across before you'll see them play the long ball across. Okay, let's roll it from there. And here, drawing them across, the whites are coming out again. Tampa's moving up the field, and then they're all on the right-hand side, and the ball comes across to the right. Comes across to the right, and it's going to play about there. So now we want to draw them across towards us again, and we're doing that. As I said, 14 passes in all. This was really, and this is the move that Heim makes, and he does that very well. And then the goalkeeper closes him down before he can get his first goal for Armada. We counted 14 passes there. The coach must have been thrilled with that little sequence.
Absolutely. Thanks, Bob. That's definitely something that we, like we mentioned before, have seen all season long, and we're definitely going to see that out this Saturday against the Edmonton. Cole?
Thanks, guys. You have a good name for the Kraken. Straight ahead, we tell you how you can win big if you help name the giant beast from the deep. Also, we'll bring Mauricio, Ruiz, and David Hayes up from the deep for the Analyst Roundtable. Stick around. More Armada Kickoff is straight ahead.
The Armada's social reward program is a great way to stay connected with the team via social media. Just go online at armadasocialrewards.com, create an account, and start earning free gifts like jerseys, scarves, and even tickets to future matches. Each week, we pick a random winner, and congratulations to Whitney Lindsay. You've won 2 tickets to tomorrow's huge event, the Can Do Festival and the Armada opener against FC Edmonton. And there's another promotion happening on Social Rewards, Name the Kraken. Yes, the club is looking to name their 8-legged Kraken, and you could be the lucky winner. Go to armadasocialrewards.com. Under promotions, submit what you think it should be named. The lucky winner will get a photo opportunity with the Kraken, Armada FC players, and tickets to a future match. Now let's head over to the roundtable. Cole?
All right, thank you, Christy. Well, we're here for the final roundtable before the regular season begins. Mauricio, Ruiz, David Hayes joining us. All right, guys, let's start with it right away. We've seen a lot in the preseason from the Armada, but tell me one thing that we haven't seen about this team, but you think it's true.
I think it's their offensive presence in the final third. I think we haven't seen that. We've adjusted our players and a lineup, and we haven't been very good in the final third. And I think we're going to be, in the season, we're going to be very strong in the offensive third.
Yeah, I think what we have to remember is the fact that it's been a long preseason. So the excitement that we saw against the Union, we haven't seen that again. We saw a lot of different players, a lot of different lineups, but you can only get up to play a scrimmage so many times. So I think we haven't seen that initial excitement. We're going to see that on a weekly basis now.
Big question, too, as to whether results mattered at all for this coaching staff in the preseason. Yeah, they wanted to beat Philadelphia. That was expressed. But the rest of them, I think they were working on things more than trying to get a result, weren't they?
And they typically don't. I mean, if I think we mentioned before, if a coach had his choosing, there'll be no fans. You're working on your team until you feel like you're ready for, and the league
Absolutely.
designates that's your starting day. Until then, you try to work things out. So I think our lack of results as of late has been a little bit of testament to coach just wants to get the team ready.
David, the opener is against FC Edmonton. You've got a northern team against a southern team. Florida against Alberta, Canada. Big, lumbering, strong team against the fast team that wants to play along the ground. Do you like the matchup? Is it a good matchup of styles?
I think so. I mean, whether you're playing the same formation or not, it's who is going to impose themselves, who's got a positive attitude, who's going to play on the front foot, who's going to gain possession of the game, and who's going to be able to withstand pressure and deal with the momentum shifts that a game provides. And so I like the matchup with them because I think that we play better soccer than they do.
You know, it's new soccer, modern soccer against, more older, educated soccer, whereas Scottish coach that, Edmonton has against our new Spanish, Latin, Barcelona type of coaches with the players that we have. So I think I'm excited to see the game's meant to be played with the ball on the ground, right? So it doesn't matter how big you are, how athletic you are, how fast you are, it's meant to be played with the ball on the ground. And I think that's the kind of style that we play. So I'm excited to see that matchup.
One of the other things to consider is the attendance and the crowd and how that will impact things. Nobody in the NASL has played an NASL game in front of a crowd the size that we may have at Everbank Field on Saturday. How's that going to impact things?
I think if you talk about the crowd, it's a success for the front office, right? I think the players will build into the success of the team, and I think the fans will build into the success of the players. But as an inaugural game, a season opener for a team that's never played in this league before, I think we really have to commend the front office if we kind of get to a crowd like that and get the environment as vibrant as it seems like it's going to be.
Yeah, it confirms their hard work is paid off. I mean, and that soccer in Jacksonville is here to stay, so I commend them.
I'm going to put you both on the spot here. The spring season, I'm going to get your predictions. Where will the Armada finish? 11 teams in the NASL. Where are the Armada going to finish in the spring table once everything's said and done in June?
If they get the final third down, I think in the playoffs.
Okay, you think winning in the spring and winding up in the postseason. Very good.
Yeah. I think top 3. I think we're going to have to learn a lot of little things that the league brings, different oppositions. I think our coaches have to learn a little bit about the NASL, differentness and maybe the background that they came from. But I think top 3, top 4, I think is a very respectful finish for us this year.
And remember, spring season, then the fall season. The winner of the spring, the winner of the fall get to the postseason, and then it's the next 2 best records. So there's always a chance as the fall season approaches, too, after learning some of those lessons in the spring. Mauricio, Ruiz, David Hayes, thanks so much. We'll enjoy things tomorrow. All right, when we come back, we have more to come here on Armada Kickoff, including a pair of Armada starters storing for their national team. Stick around. Armada Kickoff rolls on.
Single game tickets are always on sale, starting at just $14 per match. In the month of May, we have 3 matches: San Antonio Scorpions, Indy 11, Carolina Railhawks. Then in June, we go against Ottawa Fury. All these games will be at Community First Park. Call 844-2-ARMADA or armadafc.com.
And if you'd like to dive a little deeper on things, the 8-match Kraken packs are still available. 2 packs to choose from. Both include the opener against FC Edmonton, plus the matches against the New York Cosmos and the Fort Lauderdale Strikers, and 5 other matches mixed in. Again, 844-2-ARMADA or online at armadafc.com. A couple of Armada players had the honor of playing for their national teams over the past couple of weeks. Both Pascal Million and Sean Nicola traveled to the Far East for international competition. Million playing for the Haitian national team. He earned a draw playing against China. While Nicola, there he is, number 15, playing for Guam, played a pair of games in Hong Kong, falling 1-0 to Hong Kong, then drawing 2-2 with Singapore. Nicola scored a goal. There it is for Guam, putting them in front in the first half. Both players are back with the club, but we'll see about their availability on Saturday. All right, we have a lot to come still over the weekend. Of course, Saturday's the big match, the opener in the NASL, and we will have it for you right here on CW17. It'll also be streamed on sportsradio930.com if you want to listen to that. But we'll have match day beginning at 7 p.m. right here, and it starts to get real in the North American Soccer League.
It doesn't get more real than the fact that this is our only chance for the Armada to be able to break this record, because 15,000 plus fans will not fit at Community First Park.
That's right, and it's going to be a great day. We look forward to seeing everybody out there. If you can't make it, be sure to tune in right here to CW17. I want to show you some of the scenes from Wednesday night, the kickoff pep rally at the Landing. All the players were out, a chance to meet and greet with some of the fans and supporters in advance of the Armada launching in the North American Soccer League. Have a great time. We'll see you tomorrow. I'm Cole Pepper.
I'm Christy Andauer.